Thank you.
Yeah, that's amazing. I think early on with Castiel, we talked about doing something like that. Production said it was too expensive.
It was a little much.
I don't get it. Who did you come as?
I came as Dean.
Great costume.
How many animals did you kill to
Several thousand.
Several thousand. Yeah. But who's counting?
Yeah. Anyway, I have a question for Misha.
What? Why?
My question was, since your character is largely based off of John Constantine from Hellblazer, I was wondering, since NBC is coming out with the new show Constantine, if your character will change at all, or if you would consider your own spin-off show.
I think what I'm trying to do right now is put together a little cease and desist package for those guys, because I'm thinking like there's too much overlap between Castiel's look and Constantine's look. Now, granted, we did plagiarize the look from the original Constantine,
So it's circular.
but I think we get like squatters' rights now. It's all sound logic.
Yeah. It's like common law now.
Yeah, but it's common law.
It's common law ownership.
It's our wardrobe.
Did y'all hear about the new movie Constipation? It hasn't come out yet. Still got it. Still got it.
For 10 years. For 10 years.
Sorry.
There was more to your question. I don't think I answered the whole thing.
No, you didn't.
What was the question?
Spin-off? Would you consider...
What? There was this question about spin-off? I missed that entirely. Yeah. I think that you know, there's talk of a spin-off, a supernatural spin-off. Personally, I think the strongest move would be to make it a very Sam and Dean centric.
So we just say,
And just leave me behind to take care of.
hey.
With Mark. We could finish out the last 10 seasons of Supernatural alone.
Would you play my butler?
That is
Yes.
really well done on the wings, by the way. That's
That's
rad.
all I'm saying.
It's good job.
What is that? Will y'all put the camera closer? Because I want to. No, not me.
Do you have wings that come out of your costume?
Does it talk?
Does it talk?
It's gonna be really
Oh
strange.
man, come on.
It's part human.
It's not talking.
All right.
Yeah.
I love you, Jensen. I love you, Jerry. But you are all very beautiful, but this question is for Jeremy. So when is Kevin coming back?
Never.
I carry a little piece of Kevin with me at all times.
That's why I love you, Mark.
Ladies and gentlemen, Oscar Chow.
Are these your pajamas? What exactly?
No, it's a video game called Journey. Very beautiful game. It has a wonderful soundtrack. You should try it.
You could have saved a lot of
But
You could have saved a lot of time and effort by dressing up as Kevin Tran. Just saying.
I have 3 of those prepared.
and you're a spitting image too. It would have been really.
Be awesome.
Congratulations. time I've seen it. It looks really good. Anyways, thanks guys. Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you.
How's that show?
Tights and everything. Amazing.
We will never forget.
Hi, good morning.
Morning.
I don't have wings either, I lost my grace.
It's alright.
So, there was an episode in season 9 where Sam and Dean join a chastity group. It's a really good episode, and after a certain scene with Dean, Sam makes a comment after figuring things out that Dean crossed something or someone off of his bucket list. And since so many characters die on this show pretty much every season, if your characters, all of you, if you had a bucket list, what would be on it?
Oh God, if the characters had a bucket list? Oh, my bucket list is outrageous. My bucket list is 10 more Hall H's at Comic-Con. I'm in.
What I do? My bucket list? Try not to die in season 10.
Good luck.
That directly conflicts with Jensen's bucket list, which is kill Mark Shepard as soon as possible. Not Crowley, but Mark Shepard.
I'm talking to my friend, don't worry.
Does Castiel have a bucket list?
I really don't think he does. But maybe I should defer to you on this. I think Castiel this season, number one, there's the search for Dean and there's staying alive. Yeah, right? Bucket list for Cass is staying alive. It's very simple.
If I die, so the bucket list is don't kick the bucket.
Don't ever get to the point where you can.
Thank you. Hi.
Who did you come as?
Costume didn't really work out. I kind of gave up.
I like that you had to check your
Deadpan. Yeah, didn't work out.
It's supposed to be Crowley.
Thank you. Why is it supposed to be me?
Genius.
Okay, I was wondering whether we can expect any female series regulars in the...
Yeah, where's Felicia?
Not to get technical, but series regular is sort of like a technical term in terms of, but you can expect a very healthy dose of new and returning, very strong, very powerful female characters this season.
If I'm not stepping over my boundaries here, and hopefully I'm not saying anything I'm not supposed to, but I think the network and studio both agree that Crowley is ambiguous enough that he could be a she.
I'm good with that.
Thank you. Now what is that? Which costume is that? Yes.
My shirt's kind of see-through.
So that's just her blanket.
That's great. So you went to all the trouble of getting ready and getting dressed and then stand up in front of
Getting
6,000
time to
people.
pack a blanket, but not the time to see the see-through shirt. Blanket, check. Shirt, not gonna worry about it just yet.
So my question is, what are the physical challenges you had to face when going through a fight sequence, just like in any episode?
What are the physical challenges? Not getting hurt.
Yeah. They're a lot more time intensive than you realize. And if there's a sequence, say when we did like Ghost Facers, or when there's something that so those those fight sequences are much easier to film because it takes place via one camera as opposed to, like if it's a fight on a security camera, then you only really have to do the fight once because you only see it from the security footage. But if you're doing a fight scene that's covered out the wazoo, then a 10, 15-second fight scene can take 12 hours to shoot. And you're doing it over and over and over and over again, and you're sweating, and you're nasty, and you're tired. Yeah. It's getting warm in here. May I borrow your shirt?
That's the same as the love scenes, right?
Same as the love scenes.
Same as
the
the
security footage love
scenes.
scenes are much better.
Speaking of fights, it just reminded me that this past week on Tuesday, Dean, this is all Demon Dean, fought and killed a guy. On Wednesday, beat a guy close to death, and then on Thursday, beat a guy and then also killed another guy.
And what he's failing to mention is that Jensen wasn't on set any of those days. This is Demon Dean.
Stunt double.
Yeah. This is method acting.
No, actually, no stunt doubles were needed, and it was. I was like, this is awesome. I was having a great week because all of my anger and frustrations got taken out on set. The stunt guys were a little upset. One guy was 6 months, brand new to the stunt thing, literally fresh off the boat. He was from England. His name was Stu. And he's just gotten to Vancouver like 6 months ago, and this was his first gig. And I kid you not, I propellered him like off his feet and into a full shelving unit. And then he landed on his head, and I picked him up and then just started beating the tar out of him. And he took
Cut!
Welcome to Canada.
Yeah. And he took it like a champ. He got up and he's like, no, I'm fine. Like, oh my gosh, man, are you okay?
This is how we do in Canada. The stunt guys are amazing. I mean, they take some of the hits that those guys have taken are unbelievable, and they always bounce back up. I mean, it's pretty much they can be bones sticking out of their leg, and they're like, hey, I'm good. You want to go again?
Yeah. I've always had this. Let's go again.
But anyway, you were asking me about the physical toll. Luckily, we have those guys that if there's anything truly heavily dangerous or demanding, then they are kind of required to take over for us so that we don't injure ourselves like some people do when they're doing stunts. But for the most part, he and I try and do as much as they will let us do, which is a significant amount. And it's, go home with bumps and bruises and sore muscles the next day, but it's all kind of part of it.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi. Who'd you come as?
We were gonna do a costume, but that girl in the blanket was like, nah, I'm not gonna do it.
I'm just gonna go with a see-through shirt. It's working for me today.
It's contagious.
She's a real wet blanket.
Straight under the bus.
Okay, so my question.
Wow, that was cold.
Sorry, I'm like.
One perfect here.
Okay, so my question is, I know you guys, obviously, you have...
That's not a question.
Are you gonna let me ask my question?
This is my 6th season. This is my 6th season, and I still can't get an answer out of it.
Okay.
Well, my question is, I know you guys. It's not a question.
I was gonna finish.
All right, let's hear it.
I was just wondering if any of you did any pranks this season, because I know you guys like to do that sometimes. Sorry.
I don't think we have a chance yet. We're still just what?
I was a little, not concerned. Concerned is the wrong word. But
Aware.
No, it was just, there was a part of me that thought that Misha might try to do something to me while I was directing. And then I was like, he's not that dumb.
You know what? I apologize. I really did drop the ball on that. I'll get you.
It's too late, man. I'm done directing.
That's all right. Just because you're not directing doesn't mean you can't be screwed over.
I don't want to do
So to answer your question, no. I mean, we're only an episode and a half into the season, so give it time. It'll happen.
maybe in 4 or 5 months.
And now Mark's around a lot more, so ole.
Do your wings telescope? Do your wings do the thing?
No, they don't move.
It's all right. They're still cool. They're still cool. It works.
Who did you come as?
Okay, so my question is for Jensen, Jared, Misha, and Mark. If your characters
That's
have...
lucky.
So everybody but Jeremy.
Well, sorry. So if your characters had dating profiles, what would they say?
Sam's would be really difficult. It'd be like Sam Winchester, tall, floppy hair. All past girlfriends have died horribly.
And tall.
Tall.
Again, twice.
Call if you're interested. But be prepared to sign an affidavit.
He also would have to say something about his disrespect for people's personal space. In full disclosure, because I think that could be a real turn off on a first date. You know. So, tell me about yourself.
You should be something like a disclaimer being like, if I look away, it's not because I'm not interested. He's always... Dean's would be rolling through town, no strings attached, interested. Similar to my personal one.
Must love dogs.
Muslim dogs. That's bad. I don't mind a bit. Hello, girl. Or, hello, boy. Love you too. That was a little deep for my liking, but I'll take all the love I can get. Jeremy, what would you write? What would your dating profile be? Brian, you have to do it.
I wasn't asked, Mark.
Will you please ask Jeremy what his dating
Yeah, ask him. Ask him.
No, I think our time is up.
Jeremy, what would their dating profile be?
His dating profile.
Or yours?
Well, I'm really glad you asked. I don't know. I don't have booty will travel. I don't know.
Amazing. Thank you.
Spidey rights.
That's awesome.
I feel a kiss coming on.
You know, I know it's not real, and I still have beard in me.
Hi everyone.
Your voice is much higher than you.
Hello, boys.
Idiots.
Idiots. I was wondering, how have your beliefs changed since before you started Supernatural and after? Right now.
Right now.
Right now. You reckon?
Spot on.
Thanks. Regarding supernatural activity.
Okay. Because of the show, you mean?
Yes.
You know what? I've actually become strangely, I don't know if it's a product of growing older or whatever, but I've actually grown sort of less fond of the supernatural.
Less fond of or less